We're hearing more and more about the benefits of taking a mental health day every once in a while. Some workplaces really encourage it. Others don't necessarily address it head on. It can leave employees kind of confused on what to do. We're joined by Leigh Richardson from the Brain Performance Center in Dallas. What's your thought on mental health days?
Well, I think mental health is equally as important as your physical health. And many times, mental health, a lot of times people get anxious. They'll get nauseous. They'll get dizzy. It'll create physical symptoms. And if you ignore it because, I'm just anxious, how do I tell my boss that I'm just anxious? Those physical symptoms get worse and worse. And I think that they go hand in hand. The mind, body, the spirit connection, it is all what keeps us healthy. And the stigma around mental health is what keeps people silent. And I talk to all my clients. It's not mental health. It's brain health. If you hurt your leg, you go to the doctor. If your brain's not working right, you need to take time off and fix that brain. And that's just a whole different way to look at it.
And truthfully, it's one of those things where if you're not at your best self, brain-wise, emotionally, it could set you up for a pretty tough day at work, to be honest.
Well, absolutely. Do you think you're going to go in and take a risk or have the clarity and push yourself to a higher level when you're in that really low spot? I'm not.
Also, when you're taking that time and you're backing away, maybe spending it at home, thinking about your health and what is going to help you do, it's going to make you even better for tomorrow.
Well, look at Simone. At first, she couldn't decide whether or not she was going to compete independently. She took some time off. She wrapped her head around it. She got her head straight, and she did.
What about just that conversation with our supervisor? If we're thinking about requesting that, where do we start there and how do we get up that courage?
Well, I think, we tend to overtalk things when we're anxious. I think we tend to say too much. So my advice is be very specific about what you say. And of course, it depends on what that relationship and what the culture is in the company. But if that's unknown, then be very specific about what you say. Keep it short and keep it sweet. I'm not feeling good. I'm not feeling up to par. I feel like that I'll be able to do a much better job tomorrow if I can take some time for myself today.
That is Leigh Richardson from the Brain Performance Center in Dallas. Always a great resource.